And if that's coming from the
500,000
media,
people are here.
God only knows.
Seems
how
about
many.
1 million. Probably around 1 million.
This day is a day that we can start the heart of America again. And it has nothing to do with politics. It has everything to do with God. Everything turning our face back to the values and the principles that made us great. We have a choice today. We have a choice. We can either look at our scars, look at the scars of the nation. Let's be honest. If you look at history, America has been both terribly good and terribly bad. It has been both. But we concentrate on the bad instead of learning from the bad and repairing the bad and then looking to the good that is still out in front of us within our reach. We have a choice today to either let those scars crush us or redeem us. We are gathered here today in a hallowed spot. Here, Abraham Lincoln, a giant of an American, casting a shadow on all of us. We look to a giant for answers. Behind you, in front of me, the Washington Monument. Alone, tall, straight. If you look at the Washington Monument, you might notice its scars. But nobody talks about that. Nobody says, look to it now. Nobody says, yeah, I don't know, but a quarter of the way up it changes color. Did you know that it did? Look at it. Look at its scars. How did the scar get there? They stopped building it in the Civil War. And when the war was over, they began again. No one sees the scars of the Washington Memorial, the Washington Monument. We see what it stands for. No one also talks about what's on top, facing east. Just 2 words, Laus Deo. Praise be to God. When I was 18 years old, I used to sit in between the second and third column there. I'd come about 5 o'clock in the morning and I would sit there and I would watch the sunrise over the Capitol. I just did it again with my now in college children. I did it this week. This is an amazing place. I told them not a lot had changed, except now at the end, a salute to the greatest Americans, the greatest American generation, the World War II memorial at the end of the reflecting pool. Men and women who did what they had to do, not because they wanted to, but because they were faced with no choice. You cannot coexist with evil. They did the right thing. They stood against all odds. The Vietnam Memorial here, saluting all the grand veterans that we didn't welcome home when they came. We finally welcome them home now. A haunting memorial of the Korean veterans. We are standing amongst giants, and in between the reflecting pool. Why? Is it so we can say, wow, look how dirty it is? No, it's not just to reflect the monument. It is intended for us to reflect on what that man meant, and those men meant, and those, and that man meant, and the man who stood down on those stairs and gave his life for everyone's right to have a dream, Martin Luther King.